I was there from the beginning because my dad started with a fruit market in 1949.
He grew the company from that little fruit market to a brokerage operation to a warehousing operation that we have now. And my dad took over the company. He was only 33 when he took over the company, and he grew it to a whole other level.
Since I was 9 years old, I always wanted to be in the produce business, never wanted to do anything else.
And he still comes into work at 82 years of age. He's still in here almost every day.
I made them start working when they were like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old on the packing line and stuff.
And I was probably not a very good 11-year-old employee, but they let me keep working anyway. And I think I started at $1 an hour. Probably big influence in my work ethic today.
It was just a few employees in 1979 when I started. I mean, a handful of employees. And to think that now there's, almost 200, it's pretty amazing.
We'll have roughly anywhere from 8 to 9 different nationalities at any one time and speak approximately 9 to 10 different languages. We go from Nepalese to Vietnamese to Spanish-speaking people. Nobody gets left out, so we're very diverse. Average tenure on the floor for us is roughly about 7 to 8 years.
The staff we have is top-notch. I can trust them to get the job done. I can delegate pretty hard stuff to them. There's nothing we can't figure out. And we've had some real big challenges the last few years.
It's a family business and not just one family business.
I mean, I know most employees by their first name, and we feel like we're responsible for 160 families.
We have wives and husbands. We have daughters and sisters and brothers working here. We get a lot of referrals.
And if someone's going to refer someone in, they believe pretty strongly about whether or not they meet our values and are going to be a good fit.
It extends out to the community too. We feel like we're part of this community, and we need to treat it with respect and provide jobs for people here and continue to grow as a company and serve our customers.
We've always stuck to the same principles as the treating people the way we want to be treated.
And we also can be more nimble and responsive to customers' needs. If there's an issue, we can get a team together and fix it by morning.
We got to get people in the 4th generation interested, so that's the next step.
And so we've started working on a document called Everything We Wish the 2nd generation had told the 3rd generation. And so we've started to put that together to tell them all the stuff that we had to figure out. Produce is a fast-paced business. It's 24/7. The weather changes, and all of a sudden your plan changes immediately. And when I went to a non-fast-paced, non-perishable business, the energy wasn't there. And I was like, I gotta have a place with energy, with excitement, with action.
We have anywhere from 40 to 50 farms growing things, so we never run out.
The products that we sell, we also eat. So it's important to us that it's safe for the public. We always send our food safety person to the farms to visit, and we want to make sure that they're GAP certified. And then we want to make sure they grow a good product.
I get so jealous because I'm like, man, your office is so nice. You're out there with the birds chirping and the sun shining versus the 4 walls of my office. The farmer's office is pretty awesome. So I do like to get out and visit the local farms.
The local growers do a great job of making sure that what they're sending us meets our spec.
A lot of our biggest customers, including Martin Brothers, are Iowa-based companies.
There's a lot of overlap and shared values.
They're family run, and they just are good people to do business with.
We really focus on service and quality. Those are 2 of our 4 values, and that's inbred throughout the organization.
If you help other people achieve their goals and get their needs, then you will be successful with them. And I think Martin Brothers has always done that, and that's the approach that we take also.
We obviously get asked to donate a million different ways, but we want to focus on food insecurity. So when we get donation requests, we give a lot to Norwalk, the community here. Aside from that, one of our criteria is, are we helping with food insecurity?
We have a team of 6 quality inspectors. Each one is designated a cooler where we keep track of inventory, things of that nature, but we also do random checks on the lines. We have a quality person who is in the tomato department full-time. This is the perfect machine. We have a line feeder who will feed the tomatoes on the rollers. It will make its way up into the washing and drying station. Then it will hit an L belt. The L belt will pull it over here and put it on what we call the singulator. The singulator will slowly spin the tomato as it goes through this big giant orange box. The orange box will take 6 pictures, and it's going to determine the color average, the diameter of the tomato. So therefore, whatever I'm packing, I can determine what lane that goes to and what packer is packing. And the machine will, about 98% of the time, kick the tomato out in the correct lane. So it's very efficient. You don't want to send anything or donate anything that nobody can use. So what do we do with the things that we cannot use? Well, we recycle. So this is called the can room. This will get picked up by a local farmer and he will feed this to his hogs. So chances are, if you've had some bacon, maybe it ate a capital city tomato. So a lot of people's concerns when it comes to local grown is, well, what kind of cucumber am I gonna get? What's it gonna look like? Is it gonna be curved? Well, as you can see, for us, the cucumber is straight. And you cannot tell the difference between something that was greenhouse grown in Mexico versus down on the farm in Vernon County. It's a great product. We pulp temp everything, we grade everything out. We take a 1 out of 100 samples. So if we get 100 cases in, we check 1 from down in the pallet. If we find trouble, we check more. We also take Brix test of the watermelon, the local watermelon, when they come in the door so that we can know the sugar content. It's usually anywhere between 11 to 14. If you get up into the 14, it's very sweet. Not only do we inspect on the incoming, but we also inspect while it is housed in the cooler, while it's being held. Quality of the product dictates how it gets used. So if we have something that comes in that needs to move because of its shelf life, we move that first. All of our quality people are USDA trained. So we have the ability to ripen bananas, avocados, and mangoes in-house. Each room has a digital readout that shows us what the temperature is, so we know that the rooms are working correctly. The gassing cycle takes 24 hours. So as you get the banana put into the room, get it up to the 60-degree mark, and then it starts ripening. As you can see right here, the gas is on. So room 1 is currently gassing. Tomatoes are about 55% of our business. So the beauty of being family owned and being in business for 75 years is that we have a multitude of growers and partners throughout the world that we can order product from. And so at any given time, we will have several different lots of tomatoes that we can use to make sure the customer specs are met. All of our local growers pass GAP audits so that we can verify and have the traceability back to the farm, back to the field level. So a lot of times if we get a recall or we do a mock recall, which we practice once a month, we'll do a mock recall. We'll be able to call them. We can get all the results within 20 minutes. So it's very traceable. Internally, we do an inspection every month. We do what we call an audit walk every month. And then in addition to that, we have a WQS audit, a third-party audit that comes in every year and does an audit. So over the last 2 years, we've averaged 99.5 on our audits. I think we had a perfect one a year before last, and then last year was 99, I think. We have an overnight cleaning staff that comes in, sanitizes all machines. We did have the FDA in here a few years ago. They took about 185 swabs of the facility and found nothing. We're very proud of having a very food safe facility.